Hello, my name is Amarjot Singh, and I'm back again with one of those videos showing my interest in immigration law. A lot of people ask me, what do I do? I simply tell them in one statement that I read immigration law. That's what I do every day, just to help you gain more knowledge and awareness of what the law is so that you avoid mistakes. Take a look at this case on your screen. This is an example of express entry refusal, and we will dissect the reasons to find out what really happened so that you can avoid this mistake. So this is a fairly new case. This is not very old. Look at the date here on right here is March 5th. Luco versus Canada, blah blah blah. I don't want to go and read all the numbers here, but if you want to copy and paste, and in Google you can see the whole thing, and there's a small link here. Actually, if you copy, and you can get this thing as well, you can read this on your own. Take a look at what is happening inside the case. This is from March 5th, as I said. Matthias Sebastian Maranon Luco versus Minister of Citizenship and Immigration. And what is happening in this case is, let's look at a little background. This is not a very lengthy discussion on the case itself. It's short, but it exemplifies the point what they are trying to make. Mr. Matthias, and that's what I will pronounce, Mr. Matthias is a citizen of Chile and currently resides in Montreal, where he's a student of McGill University studying masters. He's seeking a judicial review of the decision by immigration rejecting his application for PR under federal skilled worker class. And of course, this judicial review was dismissed. We will see later why. He is 29 years old, born in Chile. His family relative aunt is an uncle and cousin live in Toronto. On June 30th, 2016, he applied to a federal skilled worker program via express entry, and he received an invitation to apply and submit his application shortly thereafter. This was done on August 9. August 9, he got an invitation. After 1 month, close to 1 month, he actually applied for study visa. He got a study permit in Montreal, even though his family was living in Toronto, but he went to Montreal to study for master's degree at the McGill University in mining engineering. So one of the things that many people wonder, once we have applied for PR under any program, let's say express entry, can we get the study visa? As you can see, this person got the study visa even after he was applicant for PR. So one of the case, something that you need to know, that study visa or a business visa or a tourist visa is not a no once you are an applicant for a PR. So it does happen. All right, so on September 2nd, he got the study permit. After August 9 till September 11, nearly about a month later, his application for PR was rejected by IRCC for being incomplete. Let's wonder why. What did happen? The IRCC rejected the application of PR for not meeting the requirements of complete application. Specifically, he had specified his province of destination as Quebec, which is not an option available for people to apply under express entry. So this is one thing that I need to explain to you so that you'll also come to know by this case, and I'll show you where I can show you on the CIC website. Under the express entry here, I'm sorry, this one. Skilled workers who want to live in Quebec apply under a separate category. So in plain language, express entry is not meant for people who are looking to go and live in Quebec. The province of Quebec selects its own skilled workers. Applicants who intend to go to Quebec are known as Quebec selected skilled workers. So that means express entry is not one of them. So according to me, this is a good reason. If Mr. Matthias had specified unintentionally or intentionally Quebec as the province of where he wants to go, express entry should be refused to him, and that's what it really did happen. All right, so this is the issue. This is a decision. What happened? Blah blah blah. Look at this. The applicant said in the judicial review, I think through a lawyer, erred in rejecting his application on the basis of incomplete for indicating Quebec as his intended province of destination because his application was complete. Application did not specify Quebec as intended. So he must have made a mistake, or he did not know. It looks like unintentionally his application portrayed Quebec as where he wants to live, because he's also studying in Quebec. But we'll see. He makes a distinction between his express entry profile and his application PR. For the former, the applicant asserts that he selected the response all provinces and territories. Here's the catch. Which where he is considered living in. He further asserts that all provinces, he lists all the Canada, including Quebec, or the latter, the applicant specified the application did not ask where he intends to reside. Well, it's a little naive to know that he did not know that the application for PR was asking where he wants to reside. I mean, that looks like to me too simplistic at all. But let's take a look. The rest of the applicant submission speculated. He thinks the ISU inventor. Okay, so yeah, you can read all this. That's fine. The applicant. All right, so there's a clear misunderstanding involved in this case, of course, and let's take a look. The applicant believes that the application for PR did not ask where he intends to reside, yet the printout of his file from GCMS indicates that he did select his province of destination as Quebec and his city of destination as Montreal. I read one more discussion, a similar discussion about this case, where somebody who had got a PR under express entry, he got the visa that was from India, I think, and they were landing in Quebec. And landing in Quebec also, after you have successfully obtained the visa for express entry, will surely create some kind of impression by the landing officer at the port of entry on why did you choose Quebec as a place of landing. Because either you have a home there, or you have a job offer, or some family or something. Was there a particular reason why you chose to enter Canada through Quebec? And this can cause a conflict in the way they will understand your intentions, and it is possible that they will recheck your express entry files, and very possible that maybe they can invalidate your visa, or they can reject and send you back. So you have to be very careful that in your application for PR, anywhere if you are mentioning Quebec and it looks like that you have an intention or some reason or some kind of linkage that will make you, settle in Quebec, not outside Quebec, that is contrary to the aims of express entry. So very careful about it. All right. Given this error, it was reasonable for IRC to conclude as it is, since it was not fact clear where the applicant intends to reside, although it is now very clear that the applicant intends to reside in Toronto upon completing the study. This information was not, take a look at this. This is the key sentence here, I think. This information was not properly communicated in his application for PR. I always tell my express entry clients that no matter what your documents say, what you have filled in your forms, you must write an explanation letter clearly writing what you intend to do. If there's something specific in your case that you want to highlight, or if you're missing some documents or missing some facts, or some facts are not clear, you have to write them a cover letter, like an explanation of what it is that you want them to know, beyond a shadow of doubt that this is my facts, this is how I want my facts to be presented. I think that would have cleared a lot of things. I mean, this would not have been rejected, as you can see in the highlight. That's what it is. So the judge is saying, so he was the client was mentioning a reference case for Dhaliwal versus Canada and something, and in that case, Mr. Dhaliwal's application for PR got much further along in the process than the applicants, because the application was not incomplete. Her application was ultimately refused by visa officer because the officer did not believe that Ms. Dhaliwal intended to reside in Brampton, since she was in the process of completing her PhD. That's the same case, but there's a minor variation out there. Ms. Dhaliwal was a student of PhD in Montreal, and in that case, Justice Diner specified that the Geographic intent simply requires the applicant intent to live in province other than Quebec at the time of his or her application, rather than live there at the time of application or take any particular action to prove that intention. The applicant was never challenged to his intention where he plans to establish himself because the applicant's intention was never made clear. See another. Do you see the explanation? The value of a cover letter and express entry. The applicant's mistake in indicating Montreal as his intended city and province of destination is the reason for conflicting information and subsequent rejection by the IRCC. So the last thing, the applicant will thus need to submit a new express entry profile. All right, and that's what it is. So for these reasons, the application for judicial review is dismissed, blah blah blah, anything. And as you can see, the conclusion, and that's the name of the judge, and this is the docket number, and the name of the client. This was in Quebec. This was in February 2018. Not very old case, and the name of the client right here, and I think it's and an attorney general as well. So this is a case. This is the example of the case. Guys. Canly is the website. Canly, Canlii. If you type this on Google, you get all kind of cases, and you can read cases, but you can type whatever case you want to read upon, and then you can read those cases. So this is one case I wanted to present so that you can understand, what is happening in a case, that will help you avoid those mistakes. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you subscribe to my channel if you like my presentations, some insight. And feel free to write a comment if you want to talk to me separately and privately about your case. And then I do charge a small consultation fee. So you can go to my website, or you type my name on Google or on YouTube. You'll see my website, and then you can contact me from there. All right. Thank you very much.